So I just got back from work, watching these kids be idiots, and I'm trying my damnedest to be the cool playground monitor. They're tackling each other. You know, I say, as long as no one gets hurt, right? But if any other teacher saw them tackling, they'd be out picking up trash, okay? They're fucking wrestling around with girls, and I say, as long as no one gets hurt, okay? I'm trying my fucking hardest. They're kicking balls over the fucking fence, and I have to go get them, and they're bitching at me, come on, give us the ball back, and I say, eat a fat one, okay? There was this kid today, right? Oh my Christ. I walk over, there's this kid, like, tightrope walking across this bar, and I told him, you know, you can't do that, so just get off. And this fat Mexican kid popped out of nowhere, and he's all, teacher said we could do it. And I said, well, I said you can't, so you can't do it. And he said, well, people climb across it like this, and he, like fucking Tarzan under it. And I said, that's fine, as long as you're not up on top of it. And then the kid goes, well, what about this? And he fucking gets up and sits on it. And I said, no, you can't do that, get off. And he goes, I will. And I look at him, and I go, do you really want to play this game? What game? I said, the game where you piss me off and I take you to detention. And he's all, no, I'm not very good at games. You son of a bitch. I said, you're about 2 steps away from detention. And the kid looks at me and he goes, detention's over there. I'm like maybe 100 steps away. So I yanked his ass off of the bar, right? And he falls and he's like, oh, my knee, my knee. And I said, get up. Get up. And the kid, oh. And I said, now listen, next time you backtalk me, I am going to take you somewhere worse than detention. And I walk away, right? Because I was still trying to be fair, just. And then it's not 2 fucking minutes later, they're out playing with this football, and apparently you can't bring your own balls to school and use them. You have to use the ones that they have at the playground. But I didn't know that. But the other playground monitor comes up and,
we interrupt this hilarious program for a quick channel icon.
Takes their ball away, and they're like, he gave it to us, he said we could have it. And she's like, did you say they could have this? And I said, no. You know, you pissed me off, and now you're paying the consequences. Next time you'll realize it's good to have friends in high places. And this kid, he's an idiot. So he's, oh yeah? What about this? How's this for high places? And he walks over and he gets on top of that thing, and I said, get off of there. Get off of there now. No. So I shook it a little bit, and he fell off. And he landed on his arm weird, snapped one of the bones in his arm. Not like snapped like a fucking tree branch, but it was broken. And I said, I told you to get off there, you should have done it. And he's just sitting there crying on the ground, call the ambulance, call the ambulance. And I just looked at him and I said, yeah, okay, I don't have a phone. I go get the other one. I said, this kid was up playing on that thing, and I told him to get off, and he wouldn't, and then he fell off and broke his arm. And she's all, well, we gotta go get somebody. So I said, fine, go talk to the principal, tell him to call somebody over here. And the kid's all, help me up, I can't get up. And I said, get up by yourself, you fat piece of shit. You should have done what I told you to do. And now you're paying the fucking ultimate price. Because what's that? And I stomped on his face and I killed his ass. No, I didn't do that. That'd be mean. Well, I take him over to the principal, and he's just holding his arm and crying like a little bitch. And his parents come, and they're all talking to him, and he goes, oh, I was on that thing, and he shook it, and I fell off and broke my arm. And they're all, what happened? And I said, well, that kid got up on there, and he was sitting on it, and I told him not to, and he was back-talking me, but he got off. And then later on, during lunch, he got up there, and I told him to get off, and he kept walking. So I blew my whistle at him, and he fell off and broke his arm because he got scared or something. They believe me, that kid's a fucking idiot. I wish he would have fell off and cracked his head, because that kid was a fucking moron. And a broken skull would do that kid wonders. That's all that happened today.